Well, here we are at the best sourdough bakery in the whole of Australia, right here in Trenton. Isn't that what the locals say?
Trenton.
Trenton. So, this is your bakery, John?
It is.
What makes RedBeard Bakery so special?
Well, it's a combination of things. One is our beautiful old oven behind us, Scotch oven, 140 years old.
Sourdough is your speciality, and I think now you're going to give us a little demo on what's special about making sourdough and the sort of the pinning of it, I guess.
Here's a batch of sourdough whipped up earlier. It's about probably 3 hours since I mixed it. Kneaded it is the word we use in baking parlance.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I mean, look how... correct me, it looks really wet.
It's incredibly wet, and that's one of the things that most bakers, particularly home bakers, need to focus on with their dough, is their dough needs to be a lot softer, a lot wetter.
Are you like a human scale? Like you scaled them out, I think, perfectly.
Look, you'll find that they're all 700 grams within about 10 or 15 grams.
Oh my gosh.
I've done it for a few years now.
Yeah, we can tell. Awesome.
So, look, this is what I'd like you to have a go at. This is called shaping or moulding the bread. And Samira, if you want to have a go, I'd love you to grab a piece of dough and have a go. So, if you just fold the bread over in front of the dough over in front of you, about 2/3 of the way across to the centre, and then just pat it down and turn it 90 degrees. Yep, that's it. When you get to that point, just put a little crease across, and then fold it together like you've got two lips, and then just close those lips together. And that's the seam. And just dust it all in flour, and pop it on the cloth with the seam up.
With the seam up, okay.
The seam up.
It's good, Samira.
She's good. She's really good with bread.
It's a bit dodgy.
No, it's great. It's fantastic. The next step basically goes like this. You pull the whole thing down until they're butting up against each other with a barrier. Yeah? Have a go, Rishi. And the only way they can actually expand is up or outwards. So it maintains the shape of the loaf.
Now, this cloth is really important, correct?
The cloth is Belgian linen. It's the cloth of choice for bakers for a couple of centuries in Europe. It comes from flax lily. And flax fibre, when you look at it under the microscope, is incredibly sheer, so it doesn't catch the dough at all.
Okay, so at this point here, we're going to allow the sourdough to proof. For how long?
So it'll need another 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yep.
Fantastic.
So we've looked at shaping the bread, and we've made some beautiful bread here. It's now time to pop it in the oven.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So let me demonstrate what I normally do with these loaves. These are our Vienna loaves. The idea is to be as gentle as you possibly can and not flex the bread too much. So you need to use your wrist as well as your fingertips. And you need to pop it on, and then what you don't want to do is do too much of that. Because you'll destroy the internal structure of the bread.
All right, so...
He's like a little baby, isn't he?
No good. No good. One more.
Have another go, yeah. Good luck. Oh, that's much better.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
I want to have a go at cutting them. So traditionally we use this cut. We use this diagonal cut in Vienna loaves. What it does is allow them to expand that way and sideways as well. Yeah, beautiful.
Right. Awesome.
Oh, this is it.
I'll pop this one in, because it's a little bit of a tricky one. Yeah. But the next one.
Go, Rishi. Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
Good.
good work.
Yes.
Right.
Not
Rishi.
bad.
Huh?
Oh, Rishi.
Yeah, good luck. So as far as you can, now, just 45 degrees until they start to slide, and then try and go sideways with the peel.
Right, so we've formed the bread, rolled the bread, put it in the oven, now the moment of truth.
Yeah, indeed. Let's have a look and see how we went.
Oh, wow.
It's been a privilege to be inside your bakery. You can tell this is all about heart, passion, and a love for making great bread. The best bakery, we think, in Australia. Thank you so much. And I think we're going to be seeing you later, but in the meantime, can we take a few loaves back to the guys?
Absolutely, while they're hot and fresh.
Great.
There we go, guys.
Grab the
Thank you
basket.
very much.
Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate it again. Thank you very much. Let's go. Let's get out of here, guys.
Thank you very much. It was nice
See
meeting
you.
you.
See you.
Coming up.